welcome to my channel, the Miniature Construction Company. Over the coming months I hope to post some of those wonderful little videos of watching RC trucks and construction equipment doing their thing. This is the first upload to the channel, and I thought it might be a nice idea to do a quick review of my first RC purchase in several years. Now, you may or may not know that this is a GAZ 66. I'm a big fan of Soviet era trucks, vans and aircraft and all sorts, so I thought this would be a nice purchase. I've been looking at these online for quite a while and finally plucked up the courage and bought one off Amazon. This is, I'll try and pronounce it, Amewi. It does look like a copy of a WPL version though. I mean, it might be the same, and there's no markings anywhere to say it's the WPL truck, but it does look absolutely identical. I love the look of it, it's great. But I tell you what, I will start with the bad points. Now, I've only owned this for 24 hours, and I've only run it around the garden a couple of times, and already there's an awful noise coming from this transfer box here in the middle. Now, I did take it apart, which means I've avoided my warranty. I did take it apart the other night and found that the little pinion gear on the end of the motor had slipped forward and stopped basically engaging with any of the gears inside the gearbox. Now, it was an easy fix because I just pushed it back on. But again, about 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, it started making the same horrendous noise. So that will probably need a spot of glue on the end of that little gear to try and keep it in place while it's running. Also, I tell you what I have noticed, in the instructions, the battery life, it says 20 minutes 20 or 25 minutes, but it does nowhere near that. You're lucky if you get 10 to 15 minutes out of the thing when it's running, before it basically stops to a crawl basically. I'm going to try and build another battery pack. So they're only like little NiCad cells that fit in the tray. They're only like little AA NiCad cells. So I'm going to try and build my own battery pack with some better cells and see what a difference that makes. I'll do a little video of it, and we can do like a little bit of a comparison, and I'll tell you how I got on. But that is a really annoying thing. Like I say, you're lucky if you get 15 minutes out of it on flat-ish terrain. Also, another bad point, it couldn't pull the skin off a rice pudding. It's got virtually no power. I mean, considering that the thing is four-wheel drive, which I love, it really won't go up anything that comes close to an incline. Flat surfaces, little bumps, fine, no problem. Running around the grass, no problem at all, as long as it's flattish. But try and motor it up any sort of an incline, and it doesn't want to know. So that in there motor, that little 130 motor, I think will need an upgrade. Now, I have actually been on eBay yesterday and sneakily ordered a 180 for it to see if it goes in. Again, if it all works out, do a little video, show you, and perhaps do a little comparison with the 130 and the 180 motor. I know people have done it before, but for those of you who probably haven't seen it, we'll try and do something like that. And the biggest bugbear, which I know people do moan about, is the steering on it is non-proportional, and it makes a hell of a noise when you're turning left or right. And it does drain, also it does drain the battery power, so you get less forward speed when you're trying to turn, because I think there's a little motor in there that must drain too much of the battery, stops the energy really from moving backwards and forwards, stops the power from giving it any forward or backward momentum when you're trying to turn. So I'm going to swap that out. Somewhere down the line anyway, for a servo, a little servo, you can get a little conversion, can't you? Now, the good points of the truck, looks, I mean, it looks absolutely bob on. It looks like a GAZ 66, and it's got all the features and the looks of an old Soviet military or civilian truck. I mean, I really do. Appreciate these utilitarian-looking vehicles. They are fantastic, especially from Eastern Bloc and the old Soviet Union. It's fantastic. It's bob on. Cost. It was only 24 quid. You can forgive it virtually all of the little faults it's got. It does the job on flat ground. It runs around. No mither. It was only 24 quid. I've got absolutely no complaints. I don't even mind the little gearbox problem. I could probably sort that myself. But the fact that it was only 24 quid is a winner. It's cheap as chips. It really is. And also the parts are cheap for them as well. So when you get a problem with it, because I'm doubtless that something else will go wrong, because I am going to in these videos, I'm going to make it do some work. The parts are very cheap and they're quite plentiful, and there are plenty of little upgrades and whatnots you can buy for it to make it that much better. I have actually already started modifying it. I don't know if you've noticed the eagle-eyed YouTubers of you might have noticed there's some mud flaps on this front and rear. They basically didn't cost me anything. I put these on as I was waiting for the battery to charge. Now all they are is bits of an old motorcycle inner tube. Now if you go to any motorcycle dealership or parts place, they might well have an old holed inner tube lying around that you can give you. If so, great, wonderful. You can put some little mud flaps on it. I think they look quite good. So basically that is my initial review. You get the standard controller, you get a few little spares, lights come on which are great at night. There's going to be some more videos later on, and I'm going to show you all the mods I'm going to do to it. I'm going to try and rectify the issues and show you at the same time. Stay tuned to the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you later. Thank you for watching.